Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're tackling a fun and straightforward LeetCode problem called final value of variable after performing operations. It's a great warm-up problem that helps us think about how to process a list of instructions. Let's break it down together. Okay, so here's the main idea. We're given a super simple programming language that has only one variable, called x, and 4 operations. Our job is to start with x at 0, perform all the given operations in order, and then report the final value of x. So to be crystal clear, we're starting a counter at 0. We get a list of commands and we just need to follow them one by one to see where our counter ends up. Now the problem lists 4 operations. You'll see things like ++x and x++. In many programming languages, the order of the plus signs matters, but for this problem, it's a bit of a trick. Both of these operations simply mean add 1 to x. The same goes for -x and x-. They both just mean subtract 1 from x. Let's walk through the first example to make sure this is clear. We start with x at 0. The first operation is -x, so we subtract 1, and x becomes -1. The next operation is x++. We add 1, so x goes from -1 back to 0. Finally, we have another x++. We add 1 again, and x becomes 1. So the final answer is 1. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the solution using Python, but don't worry if that's not your main language. I'll be showing the full code for other popular languages, like Java, C++, and JavaScript, towards the end of the video. The most intuitive way to solve this is what the editorial calls simulation, and it's exactly what it sounds like. We're just going to simulate the process. We'll create a variable to hold our count, start it at 0, and then loop through every operation, adding or subtracting as we go. It's the most direct and simple way to think about it. Alright, here's the Python code for this approach. It might look a little magical at first since it's all on one line, but the idea behind it is really clever and simple. Let's break down how it works. So how does this one-liner work? It hinges on a clever observation. Take a look at all 4 possible operation strings. For ++x and x++, what's the middle character? It's a plus sign. And for -x and x-, the middle character is always a minus sign. So we don't even need to check the whole string. We can just look at the character at index 1 to decide whether to add 1 or subtract 1. The code loops through each operation, adds 1 if the middle character is a plus, and adds a -1 if it's not. Then it just sums up all those 1s and -1s to get the final answer. Pretty cool, right? So how efficient is this solution? For time complexity, it's big O of n, where n is the number of operations in our list. This is because we have to look at every single operation exactly one time to make our decision. And for space complexity, it's big O of 1, or constant space. This is fantastic, because it means we only need a fixed amount of memory, basically just one variable for our counter, no matter if the input list has 10 operations or 10 million. Alright, as promised, here is the full solution in Java. It uses the exact same logic of checking the middle character. You can pause the video here to take a closer look at the implementation. Next up here is the C++ version of the solution. Again, same core idea just with C++ syntax. Feel free to pause and review the code. And finally here is the solution in JavaScript. Hopefully seeing it in a few different languages helps solidify the concept that the underlying logic is simple and universal. So to wrap it all up, the key takeaway here is that sometimes the simplest approach, just simulating the process, is the best one. It's always a great place to start. And don't forget to look for clever patterns or shortcuts, like checking just the middle character, which made our code cleaner and more efficient. It's a great reminder to read the problem carefully and focus on what it's really asking for. If you enjoyed this problem and want to keep practicing, the learning doesn't have to stop here. I've organized all my video solutions into handy playlists. Whether you're looking to grind through more LeetCode easy, medium, or hard problems, or you want to master a specific topic like sliding window or dynamic programming, I've got a playlist for you. It's the perfect way to focus your study sessions. Go to the playlist tab and find a playlist that fits your goals. Also, if you're looking for even more LeetCode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called LeetCode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems, so if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this LeetCode solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video because I upload videos daily. This channel doesn't make any money from sponsorships or ads yet, so if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.